Alrighty, let's get started. The big headline for today is SanDisk. They absolutely ripped earnings, and it's really funny actually seeing this intraday action because post earnings, like after hours, it dipped all the way to about 1,050, and now it's just on an absolute tear. Like it's hard to kind of fathom a stock that it's gone up 3,300% in a year and 363% in a thing. And the price targets on the street are big. Where is it? I literally just saw a tweet about it right now. But price targets for SanDisk have like gone up massively. Let me see if I can find it. Cool. SK Hynix is listing an early listing. Anyway, there was so much to get into today. Let's see. So, where is it? Let's just go SNDK and search for it directly. Dun, dun, dun. Where is it? Effectively, the price targets are massive for it. We've got people in like the 1200s, 1500s. Yeah, someone tops out at about 2000. Cantor raised it to 1400. Like with $3,000, it's like thousands of dollars that people are really basically pricing in SanDisk. But let's actually dig into like why. It's really cool seeing like earnings numbers go up, but yeah, the key is to figure out why. So jumping into it, let's go SNDK earnings. Cool. Where is the actual numbers? Yeah, I mean, it was a massive beat for starters. Was it here? Had some really good tweets yesterday that just had all the numbers laid out. Are we gonna find? Yeah, okay, there we go. So revenue almost $6 billion versus the 4.7 estimated. EPS $23 versus $14. Like that is so insane. Income was $4.2 billion versus 2.7 billion. And quarter four guidance is 8 billion over the 6 billion, and EPS of $31 versus 23. I think this EPS number is the most interesting thing here, right? Like run the math, 31.50 times 4. That is like $126 of earnings, assuming zero growth, which obviously isn't true. Like if you're saying SanDisk is going to make anywhere between $150 to $200 of earnings in the next, what is it, 12 months, then $1,100, who knows, even 1,200 doesn't really actually seem that expensive. It's absolutely mental. I had puts that I was hoping I would get assigned on, but looks like I'm gonna have to buy some stock because I don't think I'm about to get assigned anytime soon. It was funny because it actually dipped after hours about 8%, but hey, I guess bears can go fuck themselves. Yeah, this nothing slows this train down. But I think what I want to spend a bit more time on is actually some of the numbers and what management has guided. So EPS was great, blah, blah, blah. No debt on balance sheet, which is like I think phenomenal. Yeah, like what more do you really want? Guidance, EPS guidance is great. The margins as well, 78.4 versus 67.4. To me, it just feels like we are in a NAND super cycle. Like before, everyone said like, hey, memory's going up and memory's been the big story, but I think NAND flash storage has its own dynamics that we're only just like getting started with. Cool. Consumer revenue business model went up, but it was the data center segment that went up massively. I think it was like 600% growth for the data center segment. Let me see if I can find it. But a lot of them are like long-term agreements being signed. They didn't give any guidance on whether these agreements were 1, 3, 5 years or what the prices were. So management's still being a little opaque about that in my view. But the fundamental thing is these are multi-year customer agreements. And not only that, there is actually collateral that these customers have to put down too. It's not like you can say like, hey, I want like a long-term agreement, like give me some chips. It's like there's actually a bit more to this. Let's see if we can find earnings call. I swear there's a better way of doing this, but I just like to use Twitter because everyone thinks. Okay. Yeah. So the data center segment is 25% of company revenue. And demand for SSDs is quite literally infinite. The amount of things you want to store is, yeah. So it's a bit annoying. I just want to. This guy posts a lot of stuff. Where is earnings call commentary? There is a lot of very good commentary from management that I think is worth paying attention to. Feb 10th, nope. Let's see, maybe we can go like SanDisk earnings transcription. Surely someone has it. Come on, load up. Oh, okay. So, this is basically the earnings call and the transcription. So, NAND Technology. So, Kioxia, this is their joint venture that they have that. I actually need to get more into details, but I know they have a joint venture around like the manufacturing side. But yes, we're witnessing extraordinary growth, not just in model size, but resulting token generation, the duration and complexity of model runs, and the increasing importance of context. And as AI models go from billions to trillions of parameters, you basically need more NAND storage and the KV cache. This is, I think, the key story here that people don't realize. Like the explosion in KV cache, it basically means SanDisk wins massively. Yeah, and that's really it. NAND flash is the only economical viable solution to deliver the capacity, performance, and efficiency to keep real-time inference working at scale. So they had this saying, our QLC Stargate solutions for revenue. I actually don't know what this means. So let's go to Claude. What does this mean? SanDisk. Find out a quick second. Okay. So QLC is a quad level cell. It's a type of NAND flash memory that stores more data per cell, make it cheaper for high capacity uses. And it basically works for their data centers. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's move on. So strong brand recognition. Yep, SanDisk is like a really iconic brand. Serving customers, blah blah blah. Capture upside. Okay. So here's these five. Okay, I feel like. Okay, maybe we can't skip over that. So I will begin an update on our new business model, NBMs, which are designed to provide us with demand certainty and provide our customers with supply assurance. We signed 3 agreements in the third quarter, an additional 2 so far in the fourth quarter, and we're currently in active negotiations with several other customers. So the duration of the agreement varies, with the longest contract extending to 5 years. So if you imagine people that are booking up 5 years in capacity, we're in 2026, so 3031 is really where the stuff starts to book out. Volume commitments increase during the life of the contracts with quarterly commitments in a combination of fixed and variable pricing. This, I think, was really crucial. So it's kind of like, hey, there's some component that you pay up front, and then the other that you kind of have to pay on demand. Then they allow us to capture upside if prices rising, while allowing customers some upside if prices decline over time. I love how some upside. Of course, you don't want them to capture too much. And the 3 contracts signed during the quarter provide minimum contractual revenue of approximately $42 billion. Each contract is secured with financial guarantees that protect us if the purchase obligations are not fully performed by our customers. In aggregate, 5 agreements signed so far include financial guarantees that exceed $11 billion and include prepayments and other financial instruments managed by third-party financial institutions. Out of these agreements, $400 million in prepayments are included in our Q3 balance sheet. Like, this is insane. I'm actually going to tweet this because you really can't make this up. SanDisk earnings call. You cannot make this up. Seriously, I I think the earnings were far more explosive than even I anticipated them to be. 1140. Really want it to come down. Come on, Bears, where are you? Give me a dip. Cool. So, guidance, edge-based computing, that's growing. Stock-based compensation, pretty low. Anyway. So, fourth quarter, bunch of thing. Now, dun. I'm trying to figure out. There's something about. I swear, there's something about buybacks. Okay, here we go. So, given the strong price today, we're announcing the board of directors have authorized a $6 billion share buyback of common stock. It's effective immediately with no expiration date. Buyback. So really, this is just a company that's getting really strong, financially and in terms of its market positioning. Nothing but amazing things to say, I guess, for SanDisk here. I think there's a few other companies that ripped up today. Let's kind of go over to the watch list. Largest percentage change. Interesting. Yeah, Micron also pumped as well. 542. Wow. It's both Micron and SanDisk like dipped after hours, and then they just like decided to go up afterwards. Kind of crazy, but hey, that's the name of the game. EWY also showing, wow, tremendous strength. Caterpillar, Nvidia got beat down for no reason yesterday. Western Digital also dipped, but yeah, overall, like massively green day for semiconductors. I swear at this point, like, I really just hope we get a big, big pullback, because every time you think you hold enough, you don't hold enough. Cool. Let's go back to the feed and see what's brewing around the edges. So, yep, SanDisk ripping. Optics, Japanese stocks. Yeah, that was crazy. It flipped. Yeah, literally below $1,000 post last night. Now it's $1,100. Very insane. Nebius back to 150. DigitalOcean. I actually haven't been keeping track of that. Let's go check what's been going on there. And I should probably add it to that little watch list. Cool, but yeah, wow. Do they have earnings or what happened here? Okay, earnings are in 4 days. Decreasing estimates. Okay, that's super weird. Anyway, oh well, things go up. That's not really a thing. A big deal in this market. Apple price targets from 350 to 355, 310, 270, 253. What is Apple at right now? 287. Gapped up massively. I think earnings were, yeah, yesterday. So they kind of just beat a little. I don't know. Market's just feeling bullish today. I feel like post-war, everyone's just like, how do we buy? 5.5 thinking is really good for writing, coding thing. Cool. Anyway, yes, I actually do believe in this. Like, if you have profits, you should be rotating into buying hardware. Hardware is about to get so expensive. Um, cool. I do agree with this. This is a massive revolution. Anyway, uh, yep, I do think that too. Big tech is starting to be worth a bit less. They're kind of like beholden to semiconductor companies. I think Google is in a really strong spot from this perspective because they own a lot of the stack. But yeah, Nebius earnings May 13th. This is going to be interesting to see. April return 73% year to date, 113 personal portfolio. Yeah, I feel like if you're not doing at least 100% year to date, you have significantly underperformed semiconductors. I think today I just hit about 100% year to date. Cool. Let's see. Subs income will fund for LM model for better research. We're at 21% target. If you don't have an RTX 6000 Pro already, what are you doing? You should have that anyway. Figure AI. I feel like this guy has a lot of very interesting stuff around him. Cool. Let's move on. People are so bullish on Nebius. I feel like factory inference platform. Cool. Why is there so much Nebius? I want to find better stuff. Okay. Google. We covered that yesterday. Let's maybe go into, I think, Western Digital because their earnings were there as well. Yeah, I don't see too much of it, but let's dig in. So revenue 3.3 billion versus 3.2, 45% year on year, EPS $2.72, 100% year on year, gross margins 50%, 3.6. Cool. I mean, honestly, like, great beat, but between Western Digital and SanDisk, like, SanDisk is such better value for money. When SanDisk guides, what is it, about $30 of earnings per share next quarter, and over here, so like literally 10 times what Western Digital does, but only trades at twice the stock price. I do find that very, very interesting. Yeah, and stock went down after hours, but I guess that's the market giving you beautiful mispriced opportunities. I wonder if there's anything on the Western Digital's earning call that we could get. Call transcription. Sustainability of, okay, whatever. So it's looking forward-looking statements, blah blah blah. Okay, margins exceed 50%. Improving total cost of ownership for our customers through high capacity drives and increased adoption for Ultra SMR. Strong operating leverage, lower interest expense, and effective tax structure, nearly doubling our EPS compared to last year. Okay, so here's, I think, something to look into. Beyond agentic AI, two more waves are building simultaneously. Synthetic data, the primary fuel for physical AI. Synthetic data and the primary fuel for physical AI is design orders of magnitudes larger than real-world inputs that seed it. Across industries, physical AI data factory frameworks are being designed to transform limited training data into larger synthetic data sets at scale for robotics, autonomous vehicles, and vision AI. Physical AI has a bunch of data that needs to be stored for training loops. These forces are not additive, they are compounding. Inference creates data, agents consume and generate more data. Physical AI creates data and trains synthetic models that create more data, and ultimately the loop accelerates. We're truly seeing the AI-driven data economy is creating an unprecedented demand for high-capacity, reliable, high-performance storage on hard drives. This is the money shot right now. I need to tweet this because I think this is worth highlighting. From Delisi earnings. Dun. impressive. Um, cool. We delivered 222 exabytes to our customers, up 34% year on year. Yeah, these are just staggering numbers. And the fact that like long-term data storage growth will be greater than 25% compounded annual growth rate, I think that's really cool as well. It's like if your portfolio is doing anything less than that every year from here on, you're wasting money. Anyway, let's see what else is in semis or semiconductor land. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, AMD and ME have the same market cap. Wow. This is it. AMD and Micron have the same market cap, and Micron will make over the next 2 years, AMD will make over the next 10 years. It seriously doesn't make sense. Micron, I do believe, is $2,000, $2,005 a share. One sells a commodity. These people are hilarious. This is why this market is so easy to make money, in my view. I've never seen anything like this. 2024 is 60%, 2025 166%, 2026 1,428%. Wow. This is just crazy. EPS for March 26, $23. June 23, 28. These seem like old estimates because management guided about $30, but still the rate of change over here is truly staggering. SanDisk to 1300 stunningly comes fast. Yeah. These little drives. Cool. So, what else? Memory used to hold your photos, now it holds the cognitive capacity of AI. Same chip, completely repurposed. Memory isn't storage anymore, it's the size of an AI's brain. Yep, massively correct. Sweet. Accruing hard drive to memory multiples. Market is implying fully 11% long-term growth of Western Digital and 11% for Seagate, compared to NVIDIA only 6% and Micron. Is that negative 13%? What? Memory is seen as cyclical, while hard drives are seen as permanent compounders. So let's see. Western Digital beat and raised once again. The good news was somewhat preempted by Seagate earlier this week. Price increases continue to accelerate as supply remains light, and higher price backlog continues to flow through the P&L. Western Digital is explicitly speaking to long-term agreements, now in some cases extended to 2029. It sounds like Seagate pricing is only locked in once the shipment moves. Cool. The GM reaches blah blah blah. We're highly skeptical that the most sophisticated customers in the world will be okay with hard drive makers making 70 to 75% gross margins. They seem to have options. Market's implying fully 11% long-term growth for Western Digital, compared to NVIDIA only 6% and Micron negative 13. Yes, negative. In other words, a clearly that memory is seen as cyclical. Yeah, I mean, this is spot on, but kind of like a weird read. Let's see. Memory is structurally being. Yep. But I don't know. I feel like all these analysts are really weird. Cool. TSM packaging legend Douglas Yu joins MediaTek, easing risk for their EMIB Google TPU. Okay, interesting. Cool. I feel like that's a lot of what's been going on today. SanDisk and Micron. That's really the big story here. Yeah, I think we're kind of tapped out. Overall, fantastic day to be in semiconductor land. Yeah, I hope you guys own a bunch of the stuff. uh, anyway, thanks all for tuning in, and